All right, the Lions are healthy going into this LA Rams game. We're finally at game week. Can't wait to see what happens. We've been asking all week to put your score prediction in the comments. Let me know who wins, Lions or Rams, and what the score will be. Put it in the comments. And man, one of the things that it's really exciting is that the Lions have been really healthy, and it's been awesome just to kind of get through training camp, get ready. We know in the season things are going to happen, and but let's just go and play and be all at full strength. The big guy that we're talking about is DJ Reader. Is he good or not? Dan Campbell said the target for him was week 2 to get him back out there in week 2, but left the door open for week 1. Well, today in practice, he's out there. So this is interesting because not only is he out there, Dan Campbell is right there watching him. So you can tell that this is hey, we're going to monitor you, man. Like Dan Campbell wants to know what he's got in DJ Reader. So this is what's interesting to see Dan Campbell right there watching DJ Reader. So again, it was talked about that he would be on week 2, but then Dan Campbell kind of left the door open for week 1. And man, you go through and progress through these days. Could DJ Reader play? If he does, that's huge for the Lions because now they're fully healthy on the offense and the defensive side of the ball, where the Rams are in the opposite position. Defensively, they lose Aaron Donald, and they just lost and traded away their main linebacker. Can't think of his name, but they just traded him away. Let me know in the comments. Put in the comments, who was the linebacker they just traded away? I could look it up, but I don't want to. It's tip of my tongue. They traded away their linebacker, and they lost Hall of Fame defensive tackle. On the offensive side of the ball, both of their tackles, one for sure won't play. The other one probably won't. They've got guard issues. They're going to switch Jonah Jackson, our own very own Jonah Jackson, who used to be ours, to center. Point is, they're moving around a lot. Now, when you look at this game, one of the problems for the Lions is that Sean McVay runs offense like you should. A lot of jet motions, he uses Puka Nacua to go up into the line to be an extra blocker. He uses Nacua to go into the line to be an extra blocker, then release out. I'm just talking Puka Nacua, let alone the other weapons that they have. They have Blake Corum from Michigan. So offensively, they're going to be challenged. They're going to be tough. There's no question about that. But if the Lions can keep scoring like they did in the playoff game, then the Lions should be fine. But don't kid yourself. The Rams will be ready, and there'll be a challenge for the Lions. Even though the Lions defense is much improved, it'll just be a challenge because it's week 1. So you're talking about communication problems and all kinds of things like that. And so that's what the Lions talked about, was executing and communicating in the secondary. It's just going to be huge because, again, jet motions like crazy, fast. They fake like they're going to go in jet motion, but then they don't. It's just all kinds of stuff where that is what you absolutely have to do. And I think it's the right way to run an offense. You can't be stagnant. You can't just be 4 wide and just hike. It's like, no, you give me some movement, and it messes with, you can practice all you want, but it does mess with you. So that's going to be key. So DJ Reader looks like he's on schedule to possibly play. The secondary has to be really sharp. And if DJ Reader doesn't play, then we go into a situation where all eyes, for me anyway, my eyes will go to Josh Paschal. And the reason I say this is because he's a defensive end kind of. He's right here on the left-hand side. He's a defensive end, defensive tackle. Sorry, that's blurry. And it's like, what is he? Is he good? He showed up big time last year against the Kansas City Chiefs, and then he just wasn't really there a lot of the year. It's like, dude, this was like that all-time captain, great player for Kentucky, and it's like we just haven't seen it. Here he is, more of a defensive tackle spot. So they're trying to run a screen. He gets through just really cleanly. Sorry, this is just grainy as can be. Oh my gosh. They're trying to run a screen, and so he gets through, but he keeps his balance, and he's really fast, physical, and he's able to create a turnover. You can't see it, and I apologize. But they're going to lean on Josh Paschal. Levi Onwuzurike. These are guys that we have to really figure out what we have if DJ Reader can't go. And this is Makai Wingo is another one from LSU, the rookie. We've got guys there now, which is nice. So I'm good either way with DJ Reader. If he plays, of course, that's awesome. It means he's ready. And it's like, let's do this. If he doesn't play, then that means fine, right? It's a long season. Let's get him in there when we need to. Now, I think what they end up doing is some sort of a hybrid where he's going to play, but they're just going to really monitor his snaps and make sure that he's only in there in really key spots where he can impact the game. And I think that's what they end up doing, giving him 15 snaps, something light, but he's in there during, I mean, shoot, it's 3rd and 1 and you can run him out there. I think that's huge. It's 4th and goal from the 1, or you know what I mean? Like those are the things. Like it's good to have him, but I just don't think we're going to be playing him every down out there. The only 2 guys that missed practice, I want to say, let me just pull up this, is Lauren Strickland. Unclear why he didn't make practice, and Ifeanyi Melifonwu. If both players can't go this week, it would leave Detroit's depth at safety a little thin. You've got Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, and Brandon Joseph, but the only other possible replacement is Eric Hallett, a second-year player who only just recently got on the practice squad last week. So Brian Branch would go to safety and Kirby Joseph. That would be the combination right there. But I love Brian Branch down in the box, especially against the Rams, being able to kind of focus on what they're doing and how they're maneuvering downtown with all the jet motions and everything that they do. I think Brian Branch is just so good at that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're new to this channel, we talk all Lions. We will be live after the game. So make sure after the game, win or lose, come on back onto YouTube, talk about it. And if you haven't joined us for those, they're super interactive. I think it's the biggest thing. We're just pulling up your comments, talking about them, and just really having fun with it, because at the end of the day, the Lions are going to be really good. Win or lose here. I think anytime you play at home now, it has to be a win, just because of the home crowd and all the advantage that there is there. Like, let's go. Let's win this game. Play the Buccaneers next, who's it's again, that's a tough matchup for the Buccaneers. Lions just match up well, so you can start off 2-0. Then the season, or then the schedule kind of lightens a little bit, and then there's definitely some hard spots at the end of the season. But man, this is the first game is always really important. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on